Guys, you are welcome back to another trading section. So today I'm gonna be trading with the moving average. So this is the setting of my moving average. I'm using the SMH and the period is 10. So let's continue for today. So right here we're in an uptrend, and as you can see, the moving average serves as a support. If I use this trend line, you can see the moving average is serving as a support right here. So after this candle close, I'm just gonna go for a buy setup right here. So I'm going with the trend. Oh no, I see this gap up right here, so I will just wait till the moving average, till the candle retest back to the moving average, so I can continue going for a buy. But right now I will just wait because I see this gap up, and a gap up is always in the favor of sellers, so that's why I'll just wait. You see, when the candle is moving above the moving average, you just have to look for a buy setup only. And also when the candle is moving below the moving average, just have to look for a sell setup. So that's how the moving average works. So it's so simple, guys. So let's just wait. So right there, we don't trade this kind of trend using the moving average. Moving average indicators works best in the trending market. So when you see this kind of range, you don't use moving average like this, so you just have to avoid it. But you see a clear trend like this, either an upward direction or a downward direction, that's where the moving average works best. So just take note of that. Oh no, let me just leave this chart. I'm just seeing a gap up. So right here, in this downtrend, and when you look closely to this chart, this big green candle broke above the moving average, which change the trend automatically. So I'm just waiting for a retest to this moving average, or whether the candle will just broke the moving average to the downside again. So I'll just continue going with the trend. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. So let's just wait. When you look closely here also, you see this candle gives me a sell setup right here, which is a gap up, but it's just contradicting because you see this big green candle broke the moving average to the upside, which indicates the trend has changed, and also gives these two retracements back to the moving average line. But I see this gap up, which indicates the benefit for sellers. So that's why I'm just waiting for a good confirmation. Always wait best. That's the best thing. You might just have to be patient. That's because, as you can see, we're in this downward direction, so I don't want to go against the trend first, and I'm also considering this moving average. So let's just wait. So I'm just gonna go for a buy right there, because as you can see, we broke above the moving average line, retrace, and also that indicates the buyer's momentum right there. And I also see a gap down. When you look closely, I see this gap down in the favor of buyer, so that's why I'm taking this buy right here. So the moving average indicator is so simple. As you can see right here, all these candles are moving below the moving average. You just have to look for a sell setup right here. So and here, when you look closely, the candles are moving above that moving average line. So you just have to look for a buy setup, and for me to take a buy, I have to look for a confirmation. So the confirmation I see right there is this gap down, and also the candle was retraced 2 times from the moving average. So that's why I'm taking the buy setup right now. As you can see, it's a clean ITM. That's an ITM. So let's just continue. Right here also, we're in this really upward direction right here, so I have to wait a little bit for this candle to move down a bit, because I also see this gap down. Alright, so I'm going for a buy right there. So what I mean by gap down is the opening of the candle is not opening at the closing of the previous candle, it's just open at the gap down. When you look closely, let me indicate with this horizontal line. When you look closely, there's a little bit of gap right here. So that's a gap. That's what I mean by gap down. When you look, that's a gap down. So, and as you can see, we're in this upward direction in an uptrend. So when you see a gap down in an uptrend, that means there's more validity for you to buy in the market. As you can see, this is also an ITM. So also, when you see a gap up, when we are in an uptrend and you see a gap up, when the candle opening starts with a gap up, so you don't just take a buy right there. You just have to wait for the candle to close, because gap up is in the favor of sellers and gap down is in the favor of buyers. So in this scenario like this, we're in this uptrend and the candle has retraced to the moving average, and I also see a gap down, so which gives me a confirmation to buy right here. So I'm just gonna stop right here for today. You are welcome, and also you can also subscribe, like, and share for more content like this. You are welcome.